Imagine this. All your money, every single dollar is stuck in one place. Let's say it's New York, the Big Apple. New York is amazing, till it's not. The economy drops. Real estate crashes. Laws change. Suddenly, everything you built feels like it's teetering on shaky ground. Now, make that picture even bigger. Imagine your whole financial world is tied to one region, one industry, one market, or one company. It sounds bold, maybe smart, but it's also really dangerous. Think about the recent fires in California. Firestorms ripped through entire communities' homes, stores, roads gone in just a few hours. Families lost everything. Business owners saw shops they spent years building turn to ashes. And here's the hard truth. Some of them had all their money in that one place. No insurance, no backup plan, no spread out investments. Their whole wealth went up in smoke. This lesson isn't just about natural disasters. It's about all kinds of risk, economic, political, and environmental. When you bet everything on a single market or sector, you leave yourself open to total loss. Those California fires may have seemed like a regional problem. The lesson is global. Concentration kills safety. Smart investors, those playing the long game, spread their assets. They diversify. They invest in different states, countries, and assets. They keep emergency cash separate from risky markets. Because true wealth isn't just about building. It's about protecting what you build. Don't wait for a disaster, literal or metaphorical, to rethink your money plan. Learn from California. Spread out your investments before disaster hits. The people who survived the fire are the ones who never tied all their eggs to one basket. Now, what if everything you own, your job, investments, future is in that one basket? That's exactly what happened to my friend. Let's call him Dave. Dave was doing well. He made 6 figures, worked in tech, and loved crypto, stocks, and luxury. Watches. When he got a raise, I begged him, don't just buy the flashiest thing. Spread your risk. But he didn't listen, till life gave him a lesson. A few years later, crypto crashed hard. Stocks lost value. Startups he backed vanished like dust. But one thing stayed solid. The small property I helped him buy in Texas. In that mess, that house kept the lights on. Dave joked it was his ark in a flood. And that's the message. If everything else goes, what's your ark? As one wise man said, never put all your eggs in one basket, especially when the basket is shaking. The world can be unpredictable. Strength and wealth isn't just about where you invest, it's how you invest. So, pause and think. Were your investments making money while you sleep? Or are they just sitting pretty, like lazy roommates? Let me remind you about the day Facebook went dark for 7 hours. Just 7. That outage cost them over $7 billion. That's $1 billion per hour. And while they lost, most of us sat scrolling, earning 0. Meanwhile, Facebook lost billions. They usually make billions. Here's the real question. Are your assets working for you? Or are they just for show? If this hits home, type "I'm ready to receive financial wisdom" in the comments when I see it. I'll send you a heart, and if you want to support this channel, please hit like and subscribe. It takes less than a second and helps us keep making videos filled with life-changing ideas. We have plenty more inspiring content coming your way, packed with tips to help you live a richer and more secure life. Now that you're here, let's keep going. Ask yourself, who's advising you? Are they qualified? You're the average of your 5 closest financial thinkers. So who's on your advisory board? Is it your uncle who always blames the system while borrowing money? Your college friend who's still mining crypto even as bills stack up? Choose your circle carefully. Your future depends on it. Would you trust someone broke to build your airplane? Then why let them guide your money? Jack Ma pointed out that people fail not because they're not smart, but because they listen to the wrong advice. You need role models, mentors, not random internet voices. There was a valet at a car show in LA. He parked luxury cars, and took that chance to ask their owners how they made it. He learned from a hedge fund manager. That conversation changed his life. Now he runs a car rental and invests in real estate in 3 states. That's what the right conversation can do. If you're serious about learning finance, skip the clueless chatter. Learn from someone who's done it. That's real value. Number 2, are your friends secretly holding you back? Let's talk about the birthday party trap. Imagine you've saved up $50,000. You plan to buy a small house you can rent out. You mention this to your childhood friend over dinner. Suddenly she says, "You have $50,000 and all I got was cupcakes for my birthday." It sounds like a joke until you feel the sting. That's guilt with frosting like emotional blackmail wrapped in friendship. Joan warned that if your circle doesn't grow with you, they might start pulling you down, not because they hate you, but because your success makes them feel uncomfortable. If you're the richest person in your group, it's time to change rooms. You deserve friends who cheer you on now. Go to the comments and type, "I will choose my circle wisely." When I see your comment, I'll know you're making a smart choice and I'll give you a heart. Number 3, life insurance. Isn't flashy, but it's smart. Let's dive into life insurance. It's boring. It's not fun. But neither is being buried and leaving your family with only unpaid bills. Let me be clear. You are not invincible. If your plan is to just wing it, you're gambling with your family's future. Joan once said, "The best entrepreneurs prepare for winter during the summer." Life insurance is the summer prep you need. It's a safety net in a chaotic world. Even if you never use it, it becomes a lifeline for your loved ones. Imagine your spouse never having to start a GoFundMe because you planned ahead. That's not just smart, that's responsible, not wisdom. That's pride dressed as strategy. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please like it. And if you're new, please subscribe to help us reach 1 million subscribers. We're on our way there. Can I count on your help? Okay, if you already subscribed. Comment, "I subscribed." Thank you. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Number 4, build assets that work harder than you do. You work hard, you grind, you show up every day. But truth is, your money should work harder than you. Your assets should be like little employees who never sleep, never complain, and never take breaks. If they're not, then they're just things on a spreadsheet that cost you money. So ask yourself, are your habits building a real empire or just a shiny show? Do your friends empower your wealth or resent it? Is your plan built for storms or only for sunny days? Joan built her empire during doubt, fear, and risk. Her success wasn't luck, it was preparation, smart choices, and strong partnerships. If you want to build something strong in America's changing economy, start thinking like this now, because the only thing worse than losing everything is discovering you never built anything real in the first place. Number 5, the price of waiting, why dreams don't wait for you. Let's imagine a boy in the US. He's just 10 years old, curious, loves video games, thinks $100 is a fortune. 6 years later, he's 16, just got his driver's license, flips burgers or cuts lawns for cash. But everything costs more: gas, groceries, college. That same $100 that felt rich now barely covers dinner and a tank of gas. Everything he doesn't learn now about money things his parents don't teach or show him will come back to haunt him tomorrow. Here's the truth. You can pray, you can manifest, you can read 100 books, but you can't pray your way out of a problem you created. It's not about magic. It's about poor decisions, that fancy shoe, that streaming subscription, that lunch out 5 days a week. Then we wonder, why am I broke? As if our choices were made by someone else. Joan said, you don't need to be a genius. It's just a little smarter than your mistakes. She didn't pray her way into success. She studied, learned, tried, failed, adjusted, and kept going. So ask yourself, are you moving forward or just running in place? Now go to the comments and type, you cannot pray your way out of a problem you behaved your way into. When I see your comments, I know you're choosing changing. I'll give you a heart. Number 6, do you own a house or just dream about one? Truth time. Owning a home today feels like trying to win a big lottery. Prices are sky high, mortgage rates confusing. The market doesn't care about your vision board. Here's the real question. Do you own a house? Not a fancy apartment? You? Rent. That's debt in disguise. The landlord calls it passive income. You call it your apartment. If it's yours, it's a foundation, because in a world of over 8 billion people, everyone gets a slice. If it's not yours, someone else's. Building on that slice using your money. Joan didn't start in luxury. She started in a tiny apartment teaching English, but she knew the value of starting small. Your first house doesn't have to be the last one. Yes. You want that mansion with a pool, rooftop yoga, and all the trimmings? But if that's your starting line, maybe you haven't started yet. Want the penthouse? Start in the basement. It's cheaper. It keeps you humble. It works. Joan didn't dream of being the richest in China. She started with rejection letters, failed interviews, no Harvard, and no KFC job. But she kept going. Failure was like fertilizer for her growth. That dream home won't wait. Today's $300,000 house could be $500,000 next year. Cities are growing fast. Don't wait to buy land and wait. Now go to the comments and type, "Don't wait to buy land." Buy land and wait. When I see your comment, I'll know you're stepping up, and I'll give you a heart. Number 7. Retirement isn't magic. It's not luck. It's a strategy. There are 3 arrows life always throws at you. Resign. Get retrenched. Retire. You don't get to choose one. Life chooses for you. So when you turn 65 and they ask you to show up in person to prove you're still alive so they can release your small government check, ... what will you show up with? A walking stick, a catheter strapped to your body, your grandchildren. Carrying your documents because your hands are too shaky? Why does retirement feel like a punishment for some, but a prize for others? Because one group planned ahead, and the other group just prayed everything would be fine. One group invested, while the other posted #YOLO online. If you worked for 35 years and still can't survive without begging for $1,500 a month, that's not retirement. That's just stopping work and being broke. And there's nothing noble about suffering in silence. During your old age, all because you were too proud or too distracted to make a plan. Jack Ma once said, when you're 20 to 30, follow a good boss. Learn. When you're 30 to 40, start something of your own. When you're 40 to 50, focus on what you're really good at. After 50, invest in the young. But in America, we do the opposite. We party in our 20s, we struggle in our 30s, we panic in our 40s, we blame the government in our 50s. It's time to break the cycle. There was a man who lived 94 years and couldn't even afford his own funeral. Think about that. He had raised 11 children. 11? And yet not even one of them could pay for his funeral alone. They had to split the bill, $6,000. Divided like a restaurant tab. His daughter had no job, but she was still asked to bring $500. And what did this man leave behind? Not savings, not property, not peace. Just bills. We cried for his life while paying for his death. Now here's the part that might sting. Some people can organize a funeral faster than they can organize a savings plan. They can raise $1,500 for a casket, but won't use $1,500 to buy a plot of land or a course that could change their future. And then they say, I don't have money. No, you do have money. What you don't have. His financial vision, Jack Ma also said, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. But giving up is the greatest failure. So many people quit before they even start because they'd rather look rich than become rich. So here's the truth. Stop waiting for that perfect salary. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for a miracle. Start now. Start where you are. Start broke. Start small. Just start. Own something. Learn something. Build something. Because success isn't magic. It's not luck. It's a series of small, smart choices made every single day. And remember this. The future isn't some place you walk into. It's something you build $1, one decision, one piece of land at a time.